stretching. Hold on. Oh.
No, come help me clean this shit out of the floor.
We have a lot of work cut out for us. We picked out the paint. We picked out the paint today.
Typically people will do extra white or they'll do my pure white on trim and ceilings unless they've got any special color that they want to bring out. Like my snowbound has a little bit of a pink hue in it, and some people don't like the pink hue. So it's typically those three that people stick towards, and I can grab those.
Would give it a little more pizzazz, maybe a little bit more.
I wanted a gray purple in the living room because I had bought this tufted green velvety couch that I just fell in love with when Mom showed it to me. And I had seen that green goes good with like purples and kind of a light gray for the bedrooms. And then I didn't know what to do for the bathrooms and the kitchen. So I kind of regret this decision, but we went with like it's called Aristocrat Peach, I think. It's like a corally peach color, and I kind of regret that decision now because I don't know what's gonna go well with that, but hopefully I can make it look okay. So we got the paint, and it was really expensive from Sherwin-Williams.
If they do it for free, then sure. If not, plain white will do.
Yeah,
I'd rather put extra coats on than spend money.
And we got it picked up, got it in the car, and the painters are coming tomorrow, and hopefully they're gonna get all this done in a couple days. Yeah. So now it's time to go help my mom before she gets very angry. First thing we do, I believe, is start ripping up the wallpaper in the kitchen, and we thought that it'd be pretty simple. Mom already tried to tear some of the wallpaper down, and it proved to us that there was no paint or primer or anything underneath, or what it was primed to has started to rip off. So yeah, it started ripping part of the wall off. So we get to wetting it down and getting it nice and moisturized and lubricated, and we start to peel it. And we realize that we don't know what's going on, but the pieces are coming off, not only wallpaper, but then it looks like it's peeling paint, and then it looks like it's peeling sheetrock. So we're very, very confused, or drywall, whatever. We're very confused with like what it's peeling, and then there's like a concrete. And so you know that that's ripping up to the stud when you hit that concrete. So we're getting all these different patches and we can't get it off. I'm climbing up on top of the cabinets.
Yes, I'm up on top of a refrigerator. Any person anywhere that had a brain would probably tell me that this is stupid. And guess what? I don't care. Look how nasty that is. We are getting rid of this. Ew, gross, freaking nasty.
And we are doing this all night long, and we could not get all the wallpaper down.
It's raining wallpaper. Hallelujah, it's a raining wallpaper.
We tried so hard and we couldn't get it down. And then my days get a little blurry after that. Oh, look what he left us. He left us a lot of stuff. And this flashlight you can beat people with. Some dishes, an old phone from probably 1985, an egg beater.
Oh my god, that's freaking disgusting. What is that behind the stove? Oh, Mom's butt's on my face. Ow! What the hell? It's like I think he spilled chili and then just never cleaned it up.
Stop picking it up from me.
That looks like a bloody feminine product. Hey everybody, look what I found. He left some maps. And I was wanting some maps to make a picture out of, and now I've got a whole book full of them. Hell yeah.
I can't even remember. I think we got a hotel. I think we stayed in a hotel the first little bit. And then the next time I went back up, I got an air mattress and I slept on the air mattress, and we hired these painters to come in. Now the painters wanted a $700 down payment before they really got started, I think. Don't get me wrong, I could be blurry on some of this. I'm not saying any names because I'm probably screwing something up, but this is how I remember it. They wanted $700 before they really got started on anything, and they wanted it in cash. They didn't want a check, and they didn't want it through a credit card. They wanted cash. So we only had $500 with us because we're so used to paying with a debit card. We didn't have the cash on us.
Tell me how much you think it'd be. Because this is, honestly, if we get all this done, we can't do nothing else.
I do pressure washing, paint, remove the wallpaper, and do this. Call it even two.
For what?
Even two.
Yeah. I guess it's worth it, ain't it?
I mean, it's worth it, but
I know we're Velcro. That's a phone wire, isn't it?
Yeah, it's telephone jack.
So I guess we could keep it. You'd keep it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, normally.
And then in case you need it. But some of those wires are gonna have to go, so. Did you wanna
like
count
that.
these
Well,
or just,
depending on how you feel about cable.
I thought I already.
what do you
counted.
have?
All of it you have to have the lines.
Even for the fiber optic?
You know that one? I'm not sure
I don't know, that's what they said he had, but I don't know.
So we gave them the 500, and then I came back, I think, a week or two later, might have been the next week. Before I even got to go to the house, I had to go to a writer's round because I had come from a show in Blue Ridge. I was playing at Bear Claw, and then I had to drive immediately up to Nashville and play a writer's round at Belcourt Taps. And the man wanted to meet me at Belcourt Taps to get his money, and he wanted the rest of it because we were only supposed to pay them. Well, first of all, we were supposed to pay them like $1,600 or something, and then the price went up to $2,100 after they got to work. And he wanted his pay before I even saw the house. So he came by Belcourt Taps and he got that $1,600 in cash from me. And then I went back to the house and I realized that all they had done for like a week and a half was paint the living room. Hadn't done anything to the kitchen. Hadn't done anything to the bedrooms, hadn't done anything to the bathrooms, just the living room. I was like, what the hell? And they hadn't even finished the baseboards or anything. So I sleep there on my air mattress, absolutely miserable, on a new kind of birth control that has me sick to my stomach. And I'm just miserable as hell and I can't sleep good. And I'm sick to my stomach every 5 minutes. And they come in there, you know, during the day and they are working, but I don't know what they're doing. It just seems like they're there for long periods of time and nothing new is happening. Eventually they get the bedrooms painted and the bedrooms look pretty decent, and they get the carpet out, and then they were supposed to do a lot of things. They were supposed to put the flooring down, they were supposed to take the rest of the wallpaper down in the kitchen. They're supposed to do a lot of things that they didn't do. They're supposed to fix little things here and there, like the door and the windows. And we realized about halfway through my next stay up there, I realized that they had started to put the flooring down and it was really crooked and it looked really bad. And he said that it was because they didn't have the proper tools. But then Mom hired another set of contractors to come in there, and they looked at it and they were like, no, like if he can't do it right like that, he's wasting materials and you need to have us do it. So I was like, okay. So we got rid of the original people that were in there painting and putting the floors down. And I don't know if they got mad or what, but even though we paid them more than we originally were going to pay them for the paint, it just seemed like they went into the bathrooms and the kitchen and just went like this. I don't know what the deal was. Some of the walls and baseboards have little drips running down them that are going to need to be sanded off, and that just pisses me off because it's just like, even when I'm painting something, I don't want drips running down my wall. Like, who leaves that? 2, the door in front of the HVAC unit going into the kitchen, it looked like they painted over dust because it was clumpy all in the little, you know, it's like one of those vented doors. The walls where the wallpaper would not come up, and where also on the kitchen walls where we accidentally pulled up the sheetrock, drywall, whatever you want to call it, they just painted over it. Where they had patched the walls in the other rooms, they just painted over this. So you can clearly tell in the kitchen that there's been wallpaper painted over, there have been holes that were painted over, and it doesn't look that great. But the good news is I'll probably just hang stuff to cover that up, and we're just gonna live with it. The bathroom upstairs was probably the worst. They got paint on the toilet, they got paint on the shower, and then up at the top of the shower where the caulking meets the paint, you know, in the tub, it looked like that the caulking was done bad in the first place, but it also looked like there was dust and they just painted over the dust and the bugs and whatever that was up there.
This is what happens when the painters you get such ass, and then you have to clean all this bullshit
no. So I got so pissed that when I finally saw that, I got up there and I started scraping that out, and just, it was coming off in big clumps of dust and hair and paint and caulking, and it just, which turns out we had to end up replacing the shower anyway. Lovely, more money. But we'll get to that in a second. So needless to say, they didn't do a lot of things they said they were gonna do, like put the vents in, put my light fixtures in, fix the doors, fix the windows. And they left and took that $2,100 with them and didn't do exactly what they were supposed to do for that money. And not a good job. I guess they did it, but they didn't do a good job. Of course, lovely. So we get the second contractors in there, and I really thought that everything is going good, but I don't know anymore. They did put the flooring down, and it looked really nice. When Mom and I went back up there, it was really dusty from them having to cut the floor and everything, but that's, you know, I guess an obvious thing. They put the windows in, they ripped the countertops off in the kitchen, and when they did, we discovered that the cabinets were partially rotten, which sucks because now we needed new cabinets. So we just went ahead and had them rip out the cabinets, and that's going to be a whole extra amount of money that we weren't expecting. Of course, the granite countertops are going to cost more than we wanted to pay. These new contractors ended up having to rip out the tub and the shower, the vanity up there.
There's gotta be another way to do the things I wanna do today. Gotta think outside the box, gotta really make it rock. You gotta wanna be different, yeah.